Right, I'll let you introduce yourself. So, how would you describe your music? Because I really find it hard to put it into just like one genre.
Yeah, I usually when people ask me that question about like what genre do I fit in, I usually say anti-pop,
Hmm.
like that playlist on Spotify, just for some reason that's just the one descriptor that I can just like fully resonate with
Okay,
for my
sure.
music.
Okay,
But yeah, it's a lot of alternative pop mixed with hip hop, rock.
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, I found you through the Overcast playlist, which I'm sure was quite a big thing for you because that's where I found like Glaive, Eric
Oh,
Breakins, that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
how did that come about? Because that must have been a big kind of step for growth for you because that's at least how I found you.
Um so for Overcast, I've been in their Discord for months. And I've loved their music videos for a while, and I just didn't like. Let me. How do I word this? I was in their Discord, and I didn't realize how big their reach was
Hmm.
until like a month or two after I joined the server. It was like before one of their biggest videos even hit 1 million views
Yeah,
on
I
YouTube.
mean their videos are crazy. Like the ones with Breakins and
Yeah,
Glaive, like I mean, is that the dream? Move forward to overcast videos kind of stuff.
yeah. I there's a music video that I did for one of my songs Up from a while ago, and
Mhm.
I honestly I love it because it was just like a fun time shooting it. But like if I'm being real, like uh there's no lighting, there's no budget, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? It looks bad. So and I have these crazy ideas and I would like love to direct and like kind of do my own music videos, but um they take a lot of effort,
yeah,
and
for sure.
I genuinely I feel like Overcast is probably one of the only production companies and just like genuine group of people that could probably like pull some of my ideas off.
Yeah, I feel like they do some crazy stuff, but that's part of the journey. I feel like when you are making those big, I say when down the line, when you're making those
Yeah,
big music videos, you'll look back on the ones with like no lighting and be like, oh, okay, that was all part of the learning process.
yeah, exactly.
Fully. I mean, usually in an interview, I'd ask how has like releasing music in COVID been, how has it been different? But all your music has come out during COVID, so you kind of don't know any different. Has it been different, like what you expected, and how have you adapted? I guess.
Yeah, so I actually went under a different name, just North before,
Mm.
no XIX, and I was releasing music like that for probably like a year and a half, and I did that from like 2019 up until September
Okay, so
of
you
this
have got
past year.
experience releasing music before.
Yeah, I've experienced performing.
Hmm.
I it was all local and it was very like small scale.
Yeah,
So it never really like got out or anywhere, and I wasn't really doing a good job on like promoting it, marketing, and for like SEOs, just like searching
yeah,
up just North, you're gonna
not
get
gonna work.
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so I Contradash, he has a Discord as well. I was in there a few months ago and we were talking. He's like SEO is like a big deal, and I was like, oh, I might switch my name. I've been kind of thinking of it, and he's
yeah.
like, dude, you gotta do it. And so I did, and now November was my first release under northxix,
Mm.
and I I don't know, I for some reason it just worked out for me.
Yeah, fully. I mean, it's
Nothing.
easier to find you
Go
through
ahead.
that way, because searching north, there's going to be
Yeah,
millions of things that will come up, but much more unique
it's
way.
it it gets so lost.
No, fully. I mean, but so you've had experience of concerts then, but without that live element, how have you found it? How have you kind of pushed your music? I suppose through Discord has worked, but is there other ways that you've kind of
Yeah.
to get your music out there?
Um. So with Discord has been a huge help. It's for me, it's one of the best tools and just like places that I've ever come in contact with just
Yeah,
kind of like making friends and then just like naturally building like a community around
yeah.
your music and like art, or like if you do like streaming and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
have so many friends online now that um have just like like garnered the attention from just like Discord. But I also have on SoundCloud, I have a remix of a Juice World song, Good Days, where it's not an official release from Juice World, so there's just like an open verse.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like, for fun, you know what I mean, just like wanted to see how it'd sound, because like, you know what I mean, like,
Yeah,
why
of course.
not?
Experiment. You're still in that early stage. You might as well.
Yeah. And then I posted it, and it's been 6 months since I released it, and now it's at like 3.1 million streams.
Gee,
And
okay,
I've
mad.
Yeah.
Crazy
Yeah, and
scale.
I've had like a bunch of just random people just come from my SoundCloud, and then a few people, one person in particular who found me on SoundCloud's like radio,
Yeah.
and I'm 95% sure that it just came from the algorithm on SoundCloud liking that remix, and when I posted a new song, it just kind of like automatically sent it out.
Yeah.
And it just worked, and it clicked, and that's what got me connected with Fashionably Early and like Love in a Movie. It was actually a Nanme. I probably just butchered his name, but but Aname from Love in a Movie, he's the one. He's the one who found me on SoundCloud, and that just like made a lot of connections for me like within a week.
So I feel like it's understanding that kind of algorithm side of things, that knowing that if you kind of work for it, then it'll work for you.
Exactly. Even on Spotify.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's all about like on Spotify, it's like the first week is so important, isn't it? And that's how you get playlists and whatever. So once you understand that,
pre-saves. Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, we said like experimenting and stuff. So your new track, Wake Me Up, is quite sort of pop punky. Is that the kind of route you want to go down, or are you still very much open as to what could work for you?
I'm still very much open, but it's all in the same realm to me.
Yeah.
All my 3 singles out now, they all fit the same storyline. And they all connect. So like they all have like a timeline to them, and they all fit like a greater like story.
Okay.
But like I grew up listening to Fall Out Boy. I'm the youngest of 3. My 2 older sisters, they literally like on MySpace. I'm like a toddler, and they're like on MySpace listening to Fall Out Boy and like Panic at the Disco in like 2004. And so like it was like one of the first things I've heard.
Yeah.
And I just it's just that pop punk sound, Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, All Time Low, like all of those like iconic like early 2000s bands. Super influential on my lyric writing and a lot of my production. The energy of pop punk sticks with all of my music, and so this was just kind of Wake Me Up, my new single, was just kind of like a true representation of just like my influence.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we talked a little bit in DMs about Nothing Nowhere's new album, Trauma Factory. So aside from that, like what kind of modern influences would you say there are? Like, you know, you said Blink-182, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, super modern, Lil Uzi, Aries.
Amazing.
Aries, yeah. I've been watching his YouTube videos, the tutorials, for years.
Me too, dude. He's got some, like, it's crazy underrated still, though.
Yeah, and his debut album, Welcome Home, just blew my mind.
For me, still top 10 album for me. That's such a good album.
Yeah, it's one of the best things I've ever heard.
And his new stuff, I mean, whatever album's coming up next, that's gonna be a big shit as well.
Yeah.
Based on his new single.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, influences for me very
much open, because I mean, I've kind of got like a couple of your songs in like my hyper pop playlist. I got one in my like pop punk playlist, so I feel like it spans across a kind of wide like variety of stuff.
Yeah, I like to view things in like universes. So like Marvel has their cinematic universe, and like TV shows have their like universe as well. So I kind of like to think of all of my music in the same realm, the same universe. So it can kind of ping pong from one another.
Yeah, so it's all like running the same storylines and characters and whatever, but it's different styles. I feel like that's a really good way to be, and not kind of pigeonholed to one style. And I think that's the best way to be. So last year, obviously big changes. You can't go outside much. A lot of music to listen to. What would you say is your lockdown album or your staying at home album?
Oh, that's a good question.
Hard question.
That's
I
a
don't know if I could answer it.
um for me specifically, it has to be Dominic Fike. I'm
Crazy
from
good.
Naples.
Yeah.
I'm from Connecticut. I'll keep it real. I'm from Connecticut,
Mhm.
but I moved to Naples, Florida, like 5 years ago, and it's just like I don't know him personally, you know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
just the relativeness of just like being from the same town,
Yeah.
and also him diving down that almost borderline like punk
Yeah. Fully.
influence of like alternative pop.
Mhm.
And then, you know what I mean? Just kind of being all over the place with like working with Paul McCartney
Yeah. I mean that
now.
song is crazy. Insane production.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, he's a major influence. I should have said him earlier, but
Oh, fully.
yeah, he's probably number one on the list who got me to start writing my own music.
Wow. Okay. So
So
that's
yeah,
inspiration.
what
Yeah.
could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong is my
Crazy
answer
good
to that
album.
question.
And don't forget about me. Those demos. Seriously good. The way that it like all
Yeah.
kickstarted him from such like a low point, and then he's now where he is.
Yeah,
It's
that story's crazy.
fully
Yeah,
such a
how
success story. I mean, I'd say my lockdown album, I don't know if you've heard it, Punk 2 by Breakins, is just
oh,
crazy
beautiful,
production.
beautiful.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I kind of, when I heard your music for the first time, I was like, this kind of, it's all over the place, but I love it. You know, it fits in loads of different places, and that's kind of what I like, in that when I can listen to a song over and over and over and not get bored. I think that's a really good way to be, and I put your music in that kind of category. But I think that's great.
Wow, thank you.
No worries. Sorry, I just kind of sung your praises a bit there.
Hey,
But
it
fully, I
means a
mean,
lot. It means a lot.
that's all my questions. But it's great to talk to you, bro.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Amazing. What do you plan for the rest of the day, afternoon?
Oh, I got a puppy downstairs. Yeah.
Dude, you got. Oh, get the puppy in. Let's see.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, go on.
I'll run down. Okay.
Let's do it. That's crazy cute. What's your puppy's name?
His name is Corduroy.
Corduroy. Oh, that's super cute. I love it.
Yeah,
He's
he
so
looks like the
sweet.
little teddy bear.
He's so cute. How old is he?
6, 7 months.
Oh, tiny. It's a little lockdown purchase.
Yeah, for real. My parents were like, we just want a puppy. I was like, okay.
That's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
so aside from music, have you got like another job, or is music the way now?
Oh, I wish. I've been all over the place. I withdrew from college 3 years ago.
Mhm.
And since then I've been working security. I moved to LA for like a brief, I'm gonna make it happen. And then I was working at Insomnia Cookies, and then that nightmare occurred, and then now I'm back home. So
Now
I'm
you're
still
back in.
working security. Yeah.
Okay, but like music's the way forward for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a journey,
Totally.
but yeah.
You know, world wasn't built in a day. It's just you'll get through there.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, thank you so much, man. It's absolutely brilliant to chat. Anything you want to
Thank you
plug,
for having
promo,
me.
new single, anything else?
I have a bunch of stuff in the works.
Amazing.
I don't have any dates yet. Honestly, shout out to you, shout out to your whole team, and then shout out to Aetherlace. They're friends, management. You know what I mean? They're really helping me out,
For sure.
and I've been working with them on this last single. So if you want to keep in touch with me and like my work, I would honestly go give them a follow, and then me as well. And I'm super vocal about all my stuff on all platforms. So
Totally. I mean, thanks so much for chatting, man. It was absolutely brilliant. And I will speak to you super soon. And I'll definitely get the new track on the show in the week. Amazing. Speak
thank
to
you
soon,
so
man.
much.